Okay. All right. So now a developer used title as we have it on the screen. Okay. And as an attribute of a selector. The first character of the notepad file name changes dynamically based on the .txt file used to open the file. If the developer wants the selector to identify the notepad by everything but the first character, how should the title be replaced?
I think C.
Okay. So if you have any objection,
I'll
please
go with C, sir.
you can raise it if you have any objection. All right, so right, they are saying Sylvester and Joe, they're saying C. So a developer used title from here to this place, one written note and the rest as an attribute of a selector. And the first character of the notepad. What was the first character of the notepad? This.
One. Yes, sir.
This.
One.
Okay. It's okay. It changes dynamically. So based on the .txt file used to open the file. So what changes there is this character. If the developer wants the selector to identify the notepad by everything but the first character, how should title be replaced?
Okay, I think it's A, sir. I'll go with A, sir, because the first one, the C, in case like the number is greater than 9, I think it will skip it or something. It will exclude it.
Okay, so more inputs and reviews. Joe has upgraded to here.
I think I will go with that also in case if it changes to 10. We didn't consider that.
That all right. And since there was no instruction around whether it will be a single digit or something, a single character, I mean. All right. So
But the thing is that they said the first character.
the first character of the notepad name
Yes,
changes.
and character deal with
Okay, it will still be C then on that note.
they said first character. So if it is 10, it is I think 10. Can we say 10? It's two characters or a character?
Okay, can we say 10 is two characters?
Can we say 10? 10
should
is a character
No,
or a
it's
character.
I think it's one character now.
Since they said one, that's the first character, meaning if we have.
Okay, are you sure 10 is one character? Yeah.
It's supposed to be true. That is what I am trying to pass across. If it is 10, and then the first character will be 1. So meaning that C should be should be considered. Because if we have 20, because it's saying that this is the name that they use, but the first character, irrespective of whether it is 200, 400 that is there, don't take that 200 as a character. The first letter, the first character is what is going to consider. So I think
as question mark and this single character.
Yes, a single character.
Okay, other reviews, please. Please, if you are raising your hands, this is not the time to raise hands. You just have to, come in without waiting for approval from me or something. Because I can't see any hands. I don't know if you are raising hands. I don't know. So don't be official. You heard what Sylvester said. His position. So what? How do you see these things? We having two options now: the A and C, looking like it, and we have to go for one. So, what decision should we make, and based on what's the perspective?
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Yeah, I think I'll go with C. The reason is because when you are using what's this call it again? It's memory. When you are using
The dynamic
when you are
selector.
no, not dynamic. Now, yeah, they have said it's a dynamic selector, but in this case, if the developer wants the selector to identify the notepad by everything but the first character, how should it be? That means all the written should be there, and the first character there is 1. We have
Yeah.
1 written note, so that 1 will change to question mark. So the question mark will become the first character. So it's going to use it as to identify that character, because we have said that a question mark can be used to replace one character. But if you want to know, well, use it to replace all the what's the name, all of the title. It means that you just put star. But in this case, it said first character, so I will go for C.
Okay. Okay. I you, and I think we had you too. All right. So by that position, then C it's looking like it. All right. Marachi, do you have a contrary view? Okay, I move. All right, now of course, just like I said, you don't look at the answer they supply. They are good friends of Mr. Babalala. Mr.
That's so sad.
he wants to sue them. That's if you can find them. All right, so you can see something's just so obviously wrong. That's the answer. That's the own answer. Okay, so you can expect more of that anyway. Now, question 22. All right, drag drop from the lowest priority to the highest priority. What is the correct priority sequence of the log levels for UiPath robots? Drag and drop the lowest priority level to the top of the list and repeat until the highest priority level. So this is meant to be kind of hands-on. All right, you got the question already. So this is we're talking about um, the log level as regards how we have it in that question. You say?
I said verbose to be the last.
Now, when you said okay, the last down.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Then
That
followed
how it
by
should be.
trace. Yes.
Okay, from here, if this is editable now, it's not editable.
You can just put it on the side.
This is what we call now. This is I can actually edit if I want to.
So we can start from the top so that it will.
Okay.
Instead of
What
the
of copy
first
and
one.
paste? So what of copy and paste?
It's not Microsoft.
No, this is PDF. This is PDF
It's
actually.
PDF.
Okay, it's PDF.
But then it's there is a time. There are some periods, decades in which PDFs you cannot edit. It's not in this decade.
Mm.
Who told you cannot? I want to do that now. Okay, so here we have it. So you said here, from here I should have what?
That
Critical.
is
Critical.
critical,
Critical, followed by
Error.
followed by error,
error.
Error.
Then warning.
Warning.
then warning,
Then information.
Info.
information, then trace,
Trace. Then verbose.
trace, then verbose.
I think I should just leave it and then we move to the next.
Trace.
And then this.
Verbose or debug.
Okay, so if that so if that's all right, so let's, this is not a word editor how. All right, so okay, this way the critical error warning info, and that is, you said from lowest to highest. Did you
Yes,
consider
sir.
that?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
No, he said from lowest to highest now. Not from highest to lowest though.
No, let's go to the question.
Okay, this is the question.
Drag and drop from the lowest
Priority to the highest
of the
priority.
list. The
What is
highest priority level appears at the bottom of the list. Note. That's the case, sir.
okay? So you said the highest should be at the
Yes,
bottom.
note says the highest priority level appears at the bottom of the list.
Let me scroll up again. So which one is
Verbose is at the bottom.
so I've tampered with this thing, so it's not misbehaving. Is that our final answer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so yeah. Then look at this. Which one is correct?
It's correct, sir, but they did not sort it well.
So there is this particular thing that I come across today.
Okay.
When they made mention of lowest to the highest, and what I saw was this the second option that you put as the lowest to the highest. I was now wondering that I thought that was supposed to be the highest followed by others. So I don't know, when I saw this, I just look at it as likely if maybe we are the one making mistake.
Yeah, I think according to level of criticality, it's the highest, the most critical is critical.
The highest is a critical.
Yes. Why the lowest is verbose. All right. In orchestrator, in studio, I mean, the arrangement is the other way around. All right. So yeah. So I think by that then it means that this is from lowest to highest according to the level of criticality. But if it is by arrangement, by hierarchy, by arrangement, just like we have it here, then one can say verbose is the first. Well, one cannot say is the highest. Is the first to, or maybe on the ladder, kind of. Yeah. Okay, question 23. A developer configured the activity project settings for UI automation and a click activity in the project shown in the following exhibit. A developer configured the activity project settings for UI automation and a click activity in the project shown in the following exhibit. I need to reduce this. Can you still see it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, so we have this, and the production value, the big up delay before, debug value, delay after, production value, debug value, timeout, like that, wait for ready. And then this is the properties. So the real question is this. It's here at the base. This thing is obstructing you, I suppose.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So if the target element is not found during execution in debug mode, the target element, if it's not found, don't forget it's a click activity during execution in debug mode, how long will it take until an error is thrown?
$15 seconds,
I
sir.
think it's 15 seconds, sir.
Okay, why are you sticking to 15 seconds? Let me show you what you have here.
Okay. The timeout, the one up,
The
it
time,
doesn't. Okay, the timeout is 20. I didn't see that.
no, the timeout is 15 seconds.
It is 15 seconds, so it's 15 seconds. It's 15 seconds, sir. The timeout is 15 seconds. It means that after 15 seconds, it's going to time out and bring out the error. It will wait till 15 seconds.
So what about the value here?
No,
Now
Okay.
let's see the option.
let's
Is there
start from-
25 seconds?
Okay, 25 seconds. Okay, how did you get arrive at 25 seconds?
I saw something down there.
Okay, let me check.
The timeout is 15,000 milliseconds.
Yes. Okay,
Yeah,
so we
so I
have
think in seconds that will be 25 seconds. If I'm not mistaken. Let me...
no, just divide that by 1,000. Whatever is the option you are going for.
Okay,
divide
it's
it.
15 seconds.
15 seconds.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right then. So the settings in the activity is going to take precedence over whatever we have. The activity settings. That's okay. So we have 15 seconds. I think this is right. Okay, let's look at this zone. All right, question 24. What represent an example of a full selector? From the option below.
Sir,
Yeah. Okay.
the question on log level.
Okay.
Yeah, I was able to get something on the docs, UiPath docs.
Okay.
So should I send it to the Telegram?
Yes, do. Is it Telegram? Yeah. Telegram is more. It's going to retain it better. Is it otherwise? Is it contrary to?
Yes, sir. Like it supports the previous one, not the answer at the document provided.
Okay. That it's from
Verbose.
verbose.
Yes. I've sent it, sir.
Okay, I'll pick it. Okay, I've seen it. Okay, I'll look at it. All right. Okay. Question 24.
Hey, sir.
Yeah.
What is sent is it not the same thing as what we did? That's the option that we select.
Okay. Yes, that's what he's
It's the same
saying.
because okay.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. That the one provided by the document is contrary.
No, what I'm saying is that the answer that the option that we selected is it not the same thing as this?
Basically, the verbose is the highest from this doc.
No, where did you see that? I can't find highest here.
Okay, ahead. So you will see in the description, you see okay, let me read it. For critical, we have all messages locked with critical level or higher. For error 2, we have all messages locked with error level or higher. The only one that doesn't have higher because it's the height, like the peak, is verbose, and it says all messages logged with trace level and workflow tracking logs, but no higher.
Well, I don't know, but I don't think he's because according to what we were taught, they say verbose is the once you put it in verbose, will get the error from critical error,
Verbose will
warning,
give you
information,
everything.
those things.
It will give
But
you
what
everything.
they are saying, I don't know because I saw it today. I chose what we selected and I got it wrong. Even in UiPath. In UiPath, I got it wrong. So when we're now doing it, we are now look at it as likely to be the same thing. Yeah.
Okay. All right. This then we need to look at this. It looks dicey. All right. Just note that, please. What represents an example of a full selector?
Application. It
Okay,
starts from the application level.
Okay, it captures the application
Yes,
itself. Okay,
yes,
so all we need here is just this. Okay, all right. C. All right, your friend, they picked D anyway.
Sir, I will still sue them. I will sue them. I will let you them. I'm telling you.
Okay. Okay. All right, so 25, you are developing a example file to interact with multiple fields, okay, of a web page. You want to auto empty the fields that require input. All right, so which input methods will automatically empty the target input fields?
I know of simulate type and Chromium.
Simulate type and what did you say?
Chromium. I said Chromium, the web browser that works with Edge and Chrome. Hello, sir.
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you, sir.
Yes, okay. So option is it up? That's option what now?
That's simulate. That will be simulate only, I think. Yes, sir. It's only simulate.
Yes, okay, so the send window messages and defaults.
Yes, by default, it does not clear empty field.
Empty field. All right. Okay. Do we have what objections to this? Let me take time. Let me quickly go through the class and see those that are there. And many people are enjoying your voice, the voice of Sylvester, Babalola, and Joe. So Gosuvo is here, Abarachi is here, Akpata is here, Vivian. Vivian, why now? Let's hear your beautiful voice today. So let me see who else. So I will just be calling names.
Yeah, we are here.
It says welcome in class. Sorry. I want to load my participants. All right. Okay, Dami is here. That's Dami
Good
Manuel.
evening.
Yeah, good evening, Dami. How are you? Israel Bayode. Yeah, Israel Bayode, please reach out to me after the class. Yeah, it's like yeah, I've not I've left you out on something. Just reach out. Once you reach out, once you DM me privately, I'll be able to pick it. Yeah, Israel Bayode. Yeah, then who else? I think it's only that name. Let me check through. All right, so Israel Bayode, please don't forget to do that in case I forget to. All right, so all right, back to class. Yeah. Okay, so we said simulate type only. I think it's we also have it in the material with us. Okay, that's the only empty target input fields and support empty target input fields. Okay, Mr. Babalolas, pick the. Yeah, that reminds me. I think we there was a question we had yesterday. I think it should be yesterday. If not yesterday, then it should be the other day. On what is if we select the send window message. If we set it on true, both that one and simulate key, that is going to work faster. Do you remember?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes,
I think
yes, sir.
what was the latest from your side? I was a bit
Sorry,
draggy,
sir, I
but
didn't get the question.
the question it's a question we sometimes looked at, and I think
It
we were
was
trying to.
yesterday.
Was it yesterday? Really?
Yes, sir.
So fresh. Wow. And I'm not growing old though. Why is it? Am I thinking it's like a day or 2 days ago? Really, yesterday, so fresh. All right. That when you send window messages and simulate type to true, that is going to work faster. It's going to give you faster and accurate results. I think that was the coinage. And I was trying to explain that, okay, if you, yes, for simulate key that's going to interact with the code of the application, yes, that works. That's the fastest method, no doubt. And then the other one, send window messages, okay, that's we'll be working with the not directly with the code now. Okay, now with the command line scripts, is it not going to cause conflict or cause? Is it going to make it faster or is it going to cause kind of distortion? All right, so I realized that it's good. What we yeah, what will happen is it's not good. The two they are not going to work like that to give them fast results. So it has to be one. So when you bring the two together, it doesn't give you the kind of result you think you would have. There is going to be conflict.
I don't think I can actually select the two because I think I tried it recently.
It will
We
not.
can't.
I've always known it to be so, but I was just I was again thinking other way, maybe by the explanation provided, maybe it will. Okay, so that's something to note.
So, sir, are you saying that? Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you saying that it's not going to work together? That is a stimulate
yes,
type.
yes.
That is going to throw an error.
It's not it's not going to be the fastest. It's not going to be the fastest option.
So that means
so we should just stick. Yes, that means if it is it was it a false true option?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
No, it's not. Is it a false true?
I think it's a
Instead, we
false
should
true.
select. Maybe we should pick an option.
No, it was a question.
No.
Hello, sir. Practically, it is an option you take there. It's an option you take.
Okay, it was. Okay, it was an option. Is that Omotayo?
Ajao.
Oh, Ajao. It's been long I heard his voice. Okay. As in, when I say it's been long, it's been long can be 3 days, so don't mind me. Okay. All right then.
I was a little bit down with malaria.
Oh, sorry about that. Okay, so yeah, I think it was to give us an option. You can check through and confirm, Joe. Okay, so but that's the position. That's the position. That was the position there. And let me move to 26.
So what is the option here in 25?
Okay. Yeah, simulate type only. That's the option that we empty target input field.
Yeah, but if Chromium is there, should we also pick Chromium?
If you are talking about Chrome, that's web browser, I suppose.
Yes, sir.
No.
Yes, sir. No. There's an option for input option.
But it's used in modern.
Okay, using the
modern studio.
Okay.
Yes, sir. It works with Edge and Chrome.
No, sorry, I don't. Hello, sir. I don't understand about this Chrome because I know the input method are just 4 of them. So
it is not Chrome. It's Chromium.
Chromium,
not Chrome.
Chromium.
I said it works with Chrome and Edge.
You can change your experience, your user experience to modern. Okay. Yeah, on that, I cannot give you an answer. You would need to check it out. Yeah. So you can check it out, see those other options because we need to also to check it to find out if we go in that route.
I got it on this thing, the UiPath, their material, the course material.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. So
maybe if I'm able to screenshot it, I'll send it.
Oh, all right.
So the two that can do that are simulate API.
All right. So simulate type and I didn't hear it. Your voice is breaking.
Simulate and Chromium API.
Okay. Chromium API. All right. Thank you. Okay, so 26. A developer needs to reference the element in the first row of the ID column in the system.data.data table DT. Okay, which expression is used to reference this element? I think you should end with D. A, B, C to D. Okay.
What is
I, I think
the
the answer
position,
is
sir?
C.
I think it's C.
C. The answer is C. C.
Sir,
DT dot row column 0 dot
sir,
item
Sir,
ID.
sir,
Sir, I
sir,
go for D, sir.
sir,
First,
sir, the
Okay.
answer is you, but we don't know whether this ID is in column, that's the first column,
I think
because
this is
they
the
just
name
said
of.
the first row of, and they just said the first row.
yes,
What
that's the
about
rule now.
Uh,
So that's the rule. They are talking
what about
about
the column?
a particular column.
this is going to fetch the column,
So that
the first
is
element.
cell.
This is going to handle the first row.
To be
What? Okay. What they need is the elements in the first row
You see,
of this
you see.
column. All right.
It is C.
Okay, okay.
The answer is C.
Okay. Let's see Mr. Babalola's friend and see what's going on there. All right then. So the answer is C.
Sir, is D. Is D. I follow them this time around.
First column. Where is it now? Let's look at it again.
I follow them because, sir, the first column,
Where is it?
after
Where is
the
it? The element in the first row of the ID
first.
Yes,
column.
sir, it's D. The answer is D.
Okay, okay,
is
okay,
D.
yeah.
The
Okay,
first
that's
column will be
The
yes.
item, that is the column, the items
title,
on
all
the
those things.
yes, titles, yes. Then the second one will be, so it's D.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
okay. I wanted to make jest of you, I could not. Okay. All right then. Okay, so we have this. Now, which file in the RE framework reads the data config.xlx file and retrieves assets from orchestrator into the process? We have the A, the B, the C, the D.
Sir, can I ask a question?
Okay.
So if has headers is clicked there, will the answer be the same?
With what?
Has headers.
Okay. Add headers.
Yes, sir.
That's a property. That's one of the features in properties for an activity.
Yes, sir. I said if it is checked, would the results be different?
Okay. You are referring to this one. Are you referring to the previous or the current?
The previous one, sir.
Add headers. No, it doesn't. It doesn't change it.
Okay, sir.
It doesn't change it. '27. Now, which of these files reads the data config file? And then maybe to also help us to and retrieves asset from orchestrator into the process. Let me have this read. It reads this. It retrieves this. We have the kill all process, the init all applications, init all settings, process dot YAML file, and all of that.
It's between B and C.
I think it's six, sir.
Okay, yes.
Yes.
This one, you know, the initialization that hosts all these three files as it were, it reads config file, it initializes applications. This does the initialization of applications. This does the reading of config file actually. So it should actually also fall into this, and a way to confirm. Okay. Let's okay, we have one opened already. So we take it from all right, so from here we are so sure it's within here. All right, the init all settings reads data / the config file. Okay, so for applications, let's check the first row. Okay, this is init all settings, and if we check through the import argument to see what is being passed into, it's okay. We see that it reads this file, and of course it reads the sheet settings constant, and well, evidently it does this. And then if you open the workflow itself, all right, it's still in it of settings. In the config sheet, which is what it consumes, you can check. Let me check.
It's argument. Argument.
No, I want us to see. Yeah. Okay. So we see that what it actually relies on, what it feeds from, it's from this value from the data / config.xls file. All right, so I think that should settle the C that we already settled for. Or is there any other thing the question is asking us to look at? I think it's just that. C. Okay. So graciously depict B. But C. All right. Question 28. The developer creates a dispatcher which extracts information from the top 30 mail messages in Microsoft Outlook and uploads that information into a queue. What is the recommended way to avoid processing duplicates of the same queue items? And we have all the options from A to D. When you see some that are obviously wrong, you can just quickly take them out. So you focus on the ones that those ones that look like it.
Sir, it looks as if it's this, sir.
Looks like B, sir.
It looks like B.
D, sir. D.
Ah, D. This. I'll
B.
go for D, sir. To make reference.
I think it's to compare the reference numbers if it's true or not. So I go for B.
One is B for Bayo, the other one is D for Dio. Or are you saying the same thing?
So I'm back to B, sir.
Sir, B.
D. I go for D.
And check that
B,
it does
sir.
not equal the reference of the queue item last processed. D. Set the unique reference of the unique queue to yes and add a descriptive reference in the add queue item activity. A descriptive reference. What's a descriptive reference? Is there any description, you have to make reference, you can make reference using unique ID, setting it up, activating it. So the descriptive reference, what?
I think the descriptive reference is in the add queue activities.
Queue item.
Item.
So,
but this unique reference is in the orchestrator when you want to add your queue, you want to create your queue.
okay. This one says add the descriptive reference in the hard queue. And this also, of course, that's a pass. Now this is saying check that it does not equal the reference of the queue item last processed. This thing should leave this place. Okay, let me go to screen. Yeah. Okay. Then this one is saying, yes, add descriptive reference in the add queue item activity. Accepted. So this set the unique reference of the queue to yes. So I've highlighted the common ones. The first thing to do, one of the things to do. So how do you check if it does not equal the reference of the queue item last processed? This looks it D. Okay, so how do you check that it does not equal the reference of the queue item last processed? In option B. Hello, am I still connected?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We can hear you, sir.
Okay.
I hear you. We are thinking about it. I think it's B.
Mm. Yeah, when you say that and check, had the descriptive reference in the add queue item accepted, and check that it does not equal the reference of the queue item last processed. How do you that? So what I'm saying, how do you, who does the checking? How do you do that? Well, if you set the unique reference to yes, that that's my what's your you just look at it again.
Yes, sir. That is the setting the unique reference of the queue is the
And
one that we check.
that will check.
That we check the whether the unique ID is equal or not. Then this one will now be the one that we set in the add queue item. So, but I don't know. With the same question that you asked, I don't know which one will now check the that be. Is it that they are going to? There will be a workflow that will do that, or
Another human being.
there you go.
Okay, I'm waiting for Joe and Babs to help us out. Yeah, that's why
Okay.
I'm that's why I'm pausing.
I was considering the two, sir, but with this now, I think I'll go for D because of all of them. C is saying that we have to check, but I don't see any way we can check except if we do it manually ourselves. So I guess D is the best option because let's say I'm just imagining that the scenario will be that the descriptive reference now will be in the add queue item in the studio. So I guess it should be similar to what we have in the orchestrator, the unique reference. So if the name now or the title of that particular job, or let's just say that process now, if it's similar to what is in the um, unique reference in the orchestrator, then it will count that, okay, I've done this and move on to the next one. So I guess that's the only way to automate it, sir.
Okay, I've not heard from Mr. Babs. All right then. So that's the viewpoint. Since it's just like four of us that are talking, what should we do to others? They are consuming. They are consuming content.
I think it's wrong.
We are talking now.
Okay,
I
I
think
think.
it's wrong, but these people chose D.
You say what?
I said I think our choice is wrong. These people chose D.
No, I'm not even looking at whatever they chose or something. Sometimes maybe my eyes just goes there, but I'm not
No, me,
particular.
I'm still like it's wrong. Because these people are
Sorry,
always
Joe. I
wrong.
didn't get. I didn't get what you
The
said.
answer
That is it.
should be.
So I'm
And
And I
the
wish to
saying
time
get
it's
is
that.
possible that our choice is wrong because these guys chose it as right. And they're always wrong.
Okay, but that they got it. Is that what you said? Oh, God. I didn't get that. Okay, yeah. 29, question 29. A developer created a process with the RE framework, uploaded the package on the orchestrator, and created a job for it. Once these steps are performed, the job is started from the orchestrator and begins to process transactions. After 2 processed transactions, the job is stopped from orchestrator. At which point in the workflow will this job stop? At which point in the workflow will this job stop? We have A, B, C, then D. After the currently running workflow is executed, because the stop command is propagated to the robot and the execution will be ended. B, next time the get transaction data state is executed, the stop command is detected and the execution transitions to the end process state. C, immediately, because the stop command is propagated up to the robots and the execution will be ended. D, after the current transaction is finished, the process transaction state will dictate the stop command and transitions to the end process state. I tried. I verbalized everything. Okay.
Can we see the question again, sir?
Yes, the question. Oh, this is 29. This is the question. This. I don't know if yellow highlight is going to help your site, or it's going to it's going to distort it.
I created a job for it. Once this step are performed, the job is started from the concentrator and begin to process. After to process transaction, the job is stopped from the concentrator.
The options, sir.
The process transaction state will determine the stop command and transition
Let me take this away. So we have 3 options to look at. I'm taking C away, so we don't need to look in that direction. It will not happen immediately. So we have A, B, and D, maybe to relate with.
I'll go with B, sir.
I'm going to B.
Because I think normally for the process to become to, it has to go through the get transaction. Because even from the process transaction, you still feed into the get transaction, then end of process, like end process states.
Your audio is not so clear from my own end.
Oh, let's listen. Hello? Can you hear me, sir?
And the execution will be language.
Hello?
Okay, you can go ahead now. Let's see.
I said for this thing, I think the answer is B, because even the process transaction state, for it to close everything, like end the process now, it will still feed into the get transaction. Then the get transaction will feed into the end process, I think it's cancel all process or something. The last state, the end state.
Oh wow.
Now, does A make any sense? I should take it out.
Sir,
Huh?
well, I'm looking the direction of A or D.
A
A or
or I
D
think
because A or D. The reason is because we're talking about the current transaction. Once
yeah.
the current transaction is finished, once you finish the first one, you check whether there is check whether there is stop
Yeah.
command. If there is no stop command, you go to the next one.
Go to
So
the
meaning
next.
once the current one, so I'm looking at that D. When the current transaction finish, then the process transaction will now state will detect whether there is stop command. In me, what?
No, sorry.
Sir,
You are the
sir,
one.
hello, sir.
Yeah. Okay.
I also follow him with D because when you are talking about running workflow is for UiPath Studio. But when you are talking about transaction, you are talking about orchestrator. That's why they put from orchestrator. So when you are talking about orchestrator, I think he's talking about transaction or job. Is that job or transaction? So for them to put a current running workflow, there's something like workflow on the orchestrator. Is either it's transaction or a job. So I just guess it should be transaction, and I go with D. That's my own view, sir.
Okay. So we have. I think we have B and D left. Okay. I think we have settled with D completely, absolutely. But
So I'm still with B, sir.
yeah. Okay. You are still with Bayon.
Yes, sir.
Next time the get transaction data is executed, the get transaction data state is executed, the stop command is detected, and the execution transitions to the end process state. D, after the current transaction is finished, the process transaction state will detect the stop command and transitions to the end process state. So the this fight now is to look at the operations of the get transaction data state and the process transaction states. So let me take this out. Look at the question again. A developer created a process within the RE framework, uploaded the package on the orchestrator, and created a job for it. Once these steps are performed, the job is started from the orchestrator and begins to process transactions. After two processed transactions, the job is stopped from orchestrator. At which point in the workflow will this job stop? Now, when the work is successful, from
Hello, sir.
get transaction state to process data state. Okay, go ahead.
Hello. I think the last question that we were asked, at which point in the workflow will this job stop? Don't you think we should try to this workflow? I mean, according to Mr. Bawala, because
Okay, okay,
we
we
moved
leave
the first one,
out
but they were asking of at what point in the workflow.
with this job
I
stop.
think we should try and make reference to that work.
Look at you can look at the option, that option. See, after the currently now I'm on A, option A. After the colon workflow is executed, because the stop command is propagated to the robot, and the execution will be ended. It's still well. I think yes, it's still not coherent. So now with going back to the question, after two processed transactions. Now, what I was going to raise is when get transaction state fits process state. Now the cycle the cycle is that it goes back to where get transaction state to get another.
Yes, sir.
Is that the way it works? Yeah.
Yes, sir. It goes back to
Okay.
get
It goes.
transaction. Then if there's nothing there, get transaction feeds to the final state. That's the end state. That's what I'm going for B. The process transaction does not go directly to that last state. Because from the template the testimony had, it was, I think, init, then the get transaction, then process, then it went back to get transaction, then the end state or something.
So
Then
hello,
process.
sir. You know, hello.
Hello. Yeah.
The get transaction that you are referencing, is to get it, send it to the process transaction. Now, if you are saying that when it gets to get transaction is to pick. It is when it's processing that is going to dictate whether there is stop command or not. I don't think
But
whether
it
you are.
cannot sit
Eh?
on its own. I said the
You say?
process transaction state cannot end the process on its own. So it has to go through the get transaction, then to the final state.
Well, get transaction and process they work hand in hand. So if it gets to pick the transaction, I believe. Well, I don't know that. Let's.
And
It's still
another way I
between the
can
two.
say I see it now is if there's nothing in get transaction, that's you've ended all the processes. So what it does now is it will detect that okay, there's no, like, that's the final process, then ends the stuff, like ends the
This
states.
look at what does this have any way of contributing to this discourse? Check
I
stop
should
signal.
stop. Stop.
Check stop signal. So this is where it will detect whether it should stop or not.
Okay, let's check the the second one. Else, this else. Second one. This
The
I think
else.
process
I didn't get
transaction.
you. What did you say?
He said, I
Else.
think he wants
Else.
to
Let's
check
on this.
process transaction.
Oh, okay. Process transaction.
No.
Is
Yes.
Yeah,
that what?
no, it's not process.
Okay.
We are okay by this one if we have to use it.
I'm not sure. I'm hearing Sylvester.
Where do you want us to go?
Else. This else. The first one is if should stop.
Okay, else. Okay, else. Okay,
Else.
okay, else. Okay.
Okay, I heard this is it.
So it should well, if we go by this, it should be B.
If we read that second line, we'll see if there's no transaction item remaining, out transaction item is set to nothing. So this is how it detects it.
But according to the question, they said after two transaction has been processed.
Two items like that
Has been
executed and
processed.
processed.
It is due to an error. That's why the try catches there. Even though it is due to an error, it still need to feed into the process transaction.
This one says
Then
that okay. This one says that it gets the next transaction to be processed. So it has done two, passed it in, and the upon while it was still, while it has sent the other one, and maybe the second successful transaction, it goes back to pick the next transaction, and then this one checks if there is anything to be processed before it fits it into process and transaction state. So let me show the question again. Is it the question I should show? I think the question is there. There is the option that we should look at. B, next time the get transaction data state is executed, the stop command is detected and the execution transitions to the end process state. D says after the current transaction is finished, the process transaction state will detect the stop command transitions to the end process state. So which one detects the stop command? That's the question.
That means it's this, sir.
Okay. Do we still have any? Okay, let me move to the next one. Sorry, this thing is doing somehow. So let me seize the opportunity to check through, see okay, now before let me also say this, please. It's not question 29 anyway. Yeah, it's not question 29. I think it will be. I think there is need for me to do that. Let me check. Oh, okay, see more. Still have more. Oh, sorry, this thing is so slow. Yeah, Rachel, you're welcome. That was a lot of sacrifice, and of course, many others. Okay, yes. I wanted to check if Mr. Droshomo, Victor Droshomo, is still with us. He's always with us, and perhaps you would have noticed that I call all names and then I don't ask him to answer questions. I don't ask him to. I omit that name. Okay, all right. It's needful. I also appreciate him for being part of the class all along. Watching how the class is being handled and the progress we are making and seeing things. Okay, so my mind just came to that side. To that we need to appreciate you for joining us all along. Here we are. Thank you for the sacrifice. And I hope you have been able to maybe pick some things from what we do, our style, and the interactions and all that. All right. So thank you, sir. Yeah. Okay. So I leave that as I expect. Uh, as I expect, Mr. Gilbert. All right. So when it is 10 minutes to 9, you will see me change the way I talk. Then you will see that, oh, this guy has been out before, and maybe he just checked in some few weeks ago. You see everything change. You would never know that I'm from this side of the world, Nigeria, or what I'm talking about. All right, then. Okay, that's on a live mode. Okay, back to PDF. PDF has closed. I think it's my grammar that has
Sir,
closed.
sir. Oh, okay, now we cannot wait though. We cannot wait to hear you, sir.
I'm already with you, sir.
You can begin. You can begin this.
You want
I think
you want Amarachi? You want Amarachi?
by
You
then
want
your name will
Amarachi?
change from Mr. Ebenezer to Mr. Ebenezer.
Mr. Ebi.
You are cracking my bones, and you are increasing my cough level. Okay.
Sir,
You
don't
want
allow the cough to start though, so that when it starts to flow. Please.
You want Amarachi to laugh me. That's okay. All right. Don't worry. I will try my best. Sometimes when you are, it depends on where you are. Like the school where I had my first degree, I always make jest of that school. Even if you are from, even if you are not an Ajebo, even if you are from Bariga, and you check into that school, I tell you, the way you speak will change. It will change. I don't know if it's the environment that changes people. I don't know, but that has been my observation. Well,
Yeah,
it's
sure.
like
Environment do change you.
yes, it does. It does. I'm talking about University of Lagos. Yeah, I don't know if for some of you that have been through that system, you could have the same experience. It's possible. You just see things change over time. You see this person that is so rugged and is a free person. Then when he comes in, she will start talking like, saying, God, have mercy. This same girl. It's all right. All right. So something similar may actually happen this evening. You get what I mean? All right. Okay.
Guy.
Okay. All right. Then let's move to question 30. So 30 will change to 30. All right. So we have this before us. It's about what now? What's the question? Okay. Based on the exhibit, this is the question. Based on exhibit, what is the output of the sequence? So let's look at the exhibit. Okay, review the following exhibits. Review the following, and this is the flow. The variable string PNR is this a string. Invoke code. You write it in the right line. You of course your argument. I suppose the arguments must have uh, passed in taking this the out string PNR, and you pass this into it. So the right line is this. So what is the right line going to bring up? Okay, so we already have the arguments panel. How it will look. Okay, so it is out string PNR direction out string, and then value the variable we are passing into it has been passed into it. So based on the exhibit, what is the output of the sequence? What's the output of the sequence? You can check if you want to. You can check the options if you want to. All right, are we still there?
Yes,
I think
we're
it's the
with
one
you,
with
sir.
A2X.
Okay, the one with
A2X.
okay A2X, and the rest are 9K. Okay, just notice, just watch out for all these. The house is being passed out. Okay, and I think that's one thing we should watch out for anyway. Is the string is this, the variable is this, the argument, which is out string PNR, we are passing this variable again into this, which we have already declared as A2X9K. And we are writing this out. We are writing this out. Of course, right line we pick the variable as it were. We write out the variable. Okay, and that will be we have this A1BX3. And this will be passed out.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
I think it's going to output the two. That is A1 BX3 and right line, the next line. Put A2.
It's okay. It's going to outline. Yeah, sorry. Output
The
what?
two. Outputs the two.
Okay,
It's going to output A1
this.
BX3 and A2 because of this. The first console right line. The right line, what is in the variable. Then later it will now right line this one.
Okay, this one is out. Direction is out. It's not in.
It's out.
And what we have in it is this. Okay. Yes, okay, so the option you are picking now is is the option here now.
No, that would be C.
Okay,
C.
okay, the two.
That would be C. To output the two.
Okay, so more views, please. Rachel, see. What else did I see now? Apata, yes. If Apata is not just Apata, it's Apata. Okay, then I think I saw Amarachi too. Who else now? Ajo, are you still here? Okay, all right. So let me look at the. We can even this looks small. Maybe we can write it out. Console.write line out and declare it out. Okay. You can check it. You can check it on your phone or something. As if you still want to have access. I just want to quickly run this, and then we can explain things out. So it's a variable, and we call it string PNR. So, and we is a string. Okay. Let's take it as. This one A1. Let's take it as A1. Sorry, A1 to. I can't recall everything. B. I just use that. I hope I remember. A1, A2B. Okay. The invoke code. We have it here. We have set the variable already, so we are. So we are passing argument out. We say out. I think it was strpnr, but it's going out, and the in is actually its direction is out. It's a string, and we are taking the variable. Okay. This thing's not responding. Okay, why is it so slow? All right, this taking this in. All right, and our console, what we are writing, the console right line. We're writing the
argument. The argument.
Yes. I remember. I think str PNR. I think this way. Okay. And let it as out equals okay, we get that
In quotes. Yeah.
in quotes. Let's use another. That one is A1. So A2 KYZ. I remember. Okay. That's good. Okay. Then we are the right line. We are passing the variable in here. So to haven't invoked what we have in the argument. This time don't misbehave. Okay. All right. So all right. Let me save and run. Okay. I think okay. It's still on. Okay, still on. I think it's done. Out. Oh, sorry, still on. Ah, waiting happen. Sorry, this is this is on neutral. I don't know. It's like my laptop too is it's also graduating this evening or what?
Sir, it's 10 minutes to 9. Oh.
All right.
Yeah, waiting.
It is still, yeah, no, it's still, yeah, no.
Okay. Oh, my friend, you're talking, Gar.
I'll change your still expensive.
Oh, all right. Thank you, Mr. Babs. Mr. Babs, thank you. I appreciate that. All right. So I really
We
don't
can't
know
hear
what.
you. We can't hear.
You don't hear
Guys,
them. You cannot hear them, no, Abby. You try to pick some few things from whatever you can pick from what I'm saying. So I got this software is misbehaving right now, and I just feel I'm screwed up already. Yeah, I'm screwed up. Okay, well then I'm going to exercise some patience and see how it's going to move from here. Are you picking maybe a few things from what I'm saying? Can you get anything? Oh, you
We
guys,
got
you
you,
are
man.
Nigerians.
We're getting you. We're
You guys,
getting you.
You
you guys, you guys,
can,
you
you
are
can
Nigerians.
start again. We
You,
can't hear you.
you guys are Nigerians. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You don't understand. Your dollar, I mean, your naira is so highly devalued, so you can't hear me properly. I understand. I understand. I understand. No problem. Yeah.
That you are shaming our naira.
You are doing what? Man, this thing should rock. Oh, forget. Oh my God. What? Oh. Okay. Let's. We will come back to this. Let's go with. I believe. At some point it would come up. And I'll be monitoring it through the tax bar here. All right, so already have a position. We have not got other positions, All right, I think it's done. Why is it so slow? I don't understand. Okay. All right, I apologize for that. Oh, sorry. So let's move. Let's move. Okay. All right. So we have a question 31.
Sorry, what's the result?
The result has not yet come up. That's the oh, it's closed down. The entire thing is gone. I'll pick it again. It's not the time to close. You don't shut down on me just like that. Thursday, and it's not here. Well, don't worry, we won't wait for it. Just to maximize time, we'll come back to it. Question 30 is, sorry, did I just say 30? I mean 30. It's question 30. All right, so now we have another question before us. So we'll be doing everything side by side. Okay. A new blank project only has the main file, the main example file, and consists of a single throw activity. The activity is not enclosed in a try-catch activity. Okay, so if this process is published and run from orchestrator, what is the expected results? Yeah, Dami. Yeah, I'm calling you to question 31.
I think Joe is the king of try catch.
You say what?
I think Joe is the king of try catch activities.
I know.
Okay, Jay. Okay, Joe is the king of. Okay. Okay. Uh, Are you echoing what I sometimes said, or you are pulling his legs? Don't let him fall, please. If he's on Third Mainland Bridge, that's not good. All right, so I think this is saying a single true activity, just true activity is the only thing on the designer panel. And then it's published. It's not surrounded in a so. So if this process is published and run from orchestrator, what is the expected result? Someone can someone try it from his or her head? Can someone do that? All right, can you please I can't really see the person. Please kindly mute yourself.
Okay.
Ah, I don't let Hibo tire. Can someone try this out from his or her hand? And who is doing that? Let me know if anybody is doing that.
I'm trying to do that, sir.
Hello,
Okay.
sir.
Yeah, hello.
Sir, you said throw activities. A throw activity is also for error now, the exception. So if they just put the throw activity without putting any, what's the name?
No activity or other activity, is just throw, just single
Okay.
throw. And then you publish it like that. And it's not even surrounded in the try catch. It's
It will
just
bring up error.
Definitely.
logically, without any trial.
So I think the question is, what message will orchestrator give?
Yeah. Let me go back to the question. Okay, so from the logic we have imputed, what are we looking at?
Dr. Bidey.
Oh, great. You're welcome, sir. I was just going, I'm fine, sir. I was just going to check out on the participant log to see if you have come in. All right, thank you so much. It's good to have you here, sir.
Okay, well, I'm happy to be here.
All
And
right.
we're just here to discuss something that I know is of importance to everyone here. We want to discuss mainly the orientation, which comes in a little bit. But before I start that, I really want you guys, I want to introduce somebody to you, Ms. Yvette Gales. She is the director of IT for PG County, one of the, actually the most prosperous Black county in the United States. It's next to Washington, D.C. Let's see if Ms. Gales has joined us. I don't see her. Ms. Gales?
Yeah, she's here already.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes, can you hear me?
Okay. Yes, I
Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yeah, very well.
I'll just give you a minute to introduce yourself, please, so that I don't, and then I'll want to talk about you to everyone.
Oh, okay, great. Well, welcome everybody. Thank you for inviting me to the meeting, Gabriel. It is good to see this class actually in action. I'm looking forward to working with you guys. Like Gabriel said, currently I am working in close to DC as a director for IT, and I manage everything from applications to infrastructure to help desk, budget, human resources. And I've been in IT for over 15 years. I have my master's in technology and business systems. I have several certificates, like the government CIO from Rutgers University. I have certificates in Scrum and project management, Lean Six Sigma. So just like you guys, I like to get my certifications and also the practical experience, lots of knowledge, lots of experience in both local and federal government, as well as private sector. So I'm excited to view this class and get to know some of you guys. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Gales. So the reason why we want to introduce you to Ms. Gales is she's a partner in getting you guys jobs. She'll be popping in unannounced like that from time to time. She'll need to do assessment. We'll be giving our own recommendations on who, and it depends on what she says, who she'll think she needs to get a job and how quickly. And so all those things come into play. So we're really very excited to have somebody of our caliber. I know Ms. Girls know how capable and competent she is. So we are really actually very lucky to have her, and I'm happy to welcome you into our family here. And I just wanted to, if as much as you can stay, but I need to let the class know that you'll be popping it in anytime you want, just to see how things are going. And unfortunately, when does this class end?
Yeah, in less than an hour by 10 p.m.
No. When does it? When is
Oh,
it?
today.
Today is the very last day for this class?
Yes.
Okay. Now, Ms. Girls, we're going to start after this. They're going to take the exams. Those who pass, now we go into the orientation for 6 months. So it's from people who do, it depends on the skills. You look at everybody's resume, whether you are going to orientation or not. She will capture all that and see, she'll make very informed, and because she's done this forever, to see who, took place with who and all that. So that's why she's here. And so I'm glad I caught this class. I didn't know this is the very last day of this class. So, but I need to share so some information with you guys about how we go forward. The orientation for this class is going to start in October. So you guys have time to pass, but there's a cutoff date for those who will take into orientation. That date is 26th September. If you don't, only those who have finished the 2 exams are the ones going to orientation. You have to show, you just need to tell us. And as you know, we're getting you guys vouchers to take the exam. So when you're ready, let us know. We'll be able to get you a voucher to take your exams at a discounted rate. We're also going to do refunds for those who, for whatever the half that you pay. If you're among those who are going to work with Grandida, will let us know. Once you pass the 2 exams, basically you can let us know, and we can refund your money. We verify that you have. We'll refund your money to you. 26th September. Oh yeah, we will announce the list of those going to orientation. We'll hold a pre-orientation webinar. We've given a list of things. We have a list of things that we need you guys to do between now and the orientation, just to make sure you're ready. The orientation is going to be very, very busy. It's going to be busier than this. It's a full-time thing. It's not, but we've tried to do something. There'll be, if you don't want to do the full orientation, then if you're not, then that means we're not going to pay you, and we're not going to give you any computers or any of those benefits. You can still attend, or you can do audit. For somebody who thinks like, I don't need this orientation, and you think you're that capable, and you have that wide experience, then you need to give us, we'll look at your resume, we'll check your capability to make sure you really are that sound. And then we push you on the list of those that we can employ, but we're not going to, we want people who are going to, we are going to present to be the very, very best in the world, period. I mean, the very, very best, so that there's no doubt, because we've got, at this stage, the qualifications you have for UiPath RPA, when you have it eventually in a week or so, will be the highest qualification in that sector. But then we're not going to just give you a job like that. We're going to still need you to, at least if we're employing you, you're actually free on your own to explore. But if you commit to us, you have a 2-year commitment. So you have to decide if you're going to stay with us. There'll be 2-year commitment, unless the customer we have for you says, hey, we want Babalola, then we'll say, okay, if you want Babalola, you can have Babalola, but this is what it's going to cost you. So make sure it's worth it for Babalola to work directly with that company. There's some other things for orientation. I'm going to read what we have. Applications must successfully and honorably complete the courses within that cutoff time. Means that if you do any cheating or we detect any kind of, then we're going to have to dump you. We want people who's, who can vouch for, there's no doubt about your competence. Applicants must hold the 2 certificates, the associate and the developer. You will verify your ID, actually you're going to get ID, we're going to do more verification. We need to submit a resume. Curriculum vitae, we call it in Nigeria, we need to submit it. What you have, then applicants must sign our own contract. We're going to give all of you some keywords in your profession. Those keywords is such you're actually going to have an hour every day doing your orientation where you're going to go through those keywords where everybody will be explaining what it means, and so that in 6 months, just listening and being part of that class, you will have imbibed a lot of knowledge, because that's 1 hour every day during your orientation. 1 hour during your orientation, we will divide somebody who will pick up what are the news and the trends for in your field, so that whatever is new, the very latest thing, you're following the trend, so that you'll be in sync at the time you're going to be employed, so that it's not like they're talking to you and you're mentioning something in your textbook which is 3 years old, which in technology is like antiquity. So nobody will, so all this kind of, so every day we're going to make sure you're current. We also need you to, you must also have Google Alerts on your own. We're going to give you 200 keywords, and Google Alerts comes when I want to learn something and I surprise myself. I know I don't have time. I do Google Alerts. I probably have 500, maybe more. And I just look at it for 30 seconds, read the news about it every day for 3 months. I'm shocked at how well I know that topic, So Google Alerts is those keywords, you look at them, you don't have to spend a whole lot of time. 200 keywords, it may actually take you less than 30 minutes every day. In 6 months, it will pay off for you. If you keep it a lifelong practice, it will help you a great deal. And and that's it. The classes are, when we start work, it's going to be work. It's going to be 5 days a week. We're going to follow American time, Eastern Standard Time. So it's possible it might not be convenient for you, and that's fine, but then you can't join, because we need you to be at 9 a.m. EST, which is the Eastern Standard Time, New York time, Washington, D.C. time, my time, because those are the times the employers, is not your time, which is you're 5 hours ahead. So you have to know that even if when you get a job, those are the hours you're going to work. If you get a job on the West Coast, it's going to be even worse. It's going to be 8 hours. You're going to be 8 hours ahead. So anybody that's going to join will have to know that you're going to come in. We're not going to tolerate you being tardy, because you can be late 1 minute, then you can be 1 minute earlier. So you get there on time. You have to stay engaged with it. They have to work out except when you have the break. You're going to have to participate. There are a whole lot of things you really have to do during the orientation. And let me take you, you're going to take a whole lot more courses. That anything that we find relevant and useful, that you won't have to pay for anything. We're going to cover the cost, but you will have to take those courses or certificates. You would create 3 portfolios while you're taking the orientation. One, you pick one, it's solo. It's you say, oh, this is why I see this problem and I can solve it. And then you create that. And then the other one is a collaboration. We want you guys to understand the importance of working with other people. So you may be a group, maybe 4 or 5, the people in your group that you form a group and you create that portfolio together as a joint. You know, we'll be flexible. It could be 3, it could be 5, it could be, you know, we probably don't want more than like 6 in there to create one product. And then the last one is we're going to tell you what to do. We'll give you one product that, okay, we have this, solve it. And then you will create a solution to that problem as a product. There are people doing orientation now. Believe it or not, they've submitted 2 of their 3. Something in HR, one in inventory, one in, I've forgotten the 3rd one. And the products look good because they talk to each other, they feed from each other. Not that anybody knows everything, but you're in a group of 4 or 5, you know, collaboratively, believe it or not, you are all, that super organism of 5 people are genius. I mean, you are genius as a group, not individually, but as because pretty much all the things you need to know, you'll be able to find within those 5, at least most of them, you know. So it's one thing that you have to do. I mentioned the orientation class, 2 hours every day, just so that you're prepared. We want you to do 2 presentations for the class. We want you to write articles, and then we want you to, there are some challenges that they do. We'll list them. Believe it or not, one of the most popular ones in the world is by a Nigerian. I forgot his name. I think it came once the first day you guys started. You know, we are trying to, you know, most people who actually do his challenge, weekly challenges for RPA are from India, like about 97%. One of our people she hasn't won, but she's been in the top 5 one week, where they showed her as one of the top people in the world. So there are thousands of people. So there are these things that we do that all that is to boil your head and to burnish your skills and your readiness to work. We've discussed what we're going to pay, and that pay will be, you get your pay on the 28th of every month, you know, unfailingly. And then, but there's some courses we're going to have you do during that time. You have to take one course. You have to take 4 courses. They are required during your orientation. The first one is ethical leadership specialization. And so that, you know, it's this topic that will make people look at you. And then the other is introduction to public speaking. We need you to, one of the people I respect the most, I really do respect, number one, Mr. Warren Buffett. He has you'll see an article, he thinks if you speak well, you can actually forget that the education you have, you can increase your worth. I'll share the article with you guys in a few minutes. Your worth can be increased by 50%. Whatever you are worth, just by taking the time, you can look in the mirror and just practice until you get it well. Because so not that, oh, this is my language. Of course it is. But unfortunately, the world economy and the world commerce revolves around one main language. There are 1.4 billion Chinese, but they actually teach them that if you want to succeed, not only must you be able to speak English very well, which fortunately most of you do, right there, because I know no chance you're going to get out of school in Nigeria without having that. So, but the one you have to have is being able to, beyond that, you have to try and enunciate in a way that it carries over, that people easily understand you. You don't want to be tolerated. You want to be accepted. You want what you're saying to mean something. People actually listen to you. So that's why we're teaching that. And then we're going to teach you something about negotiation, collaboration, teamwork. Then there's one which is you just take one of the two. One is introduction to classical music. The other option, you don't have to take both of these. You only need to take one of the two. The other is Greek and Roman mythology. So those are the things we'll expect you. You're going to get the full document of what I've just said. So I want you to look at it. We're not trying to do things that were, to screw up your life. We're actually trying to do things that were, if you finish, with or without us, you're going to be, it will be a different thing for you forever from that point on, whichever way you want to go. So we're looking for the best. I know we have a really good group. I'm looking for the very best out of all of you. I'm going to need you to just bed down, give it all you've got. And we'll leave the rest to Ms. Scales and to God. Okay. I want to thank you all for listening to me. If you have a few questions really quickly, because I need you to continue your course. And as you need vouchers to get a discount on the exam, let me know. Once you pass the exam, let me know. And if you are in the list of those committed, we're going to give you a discount the same day, once we verify everything, okay? So don't be, but study hard, try to make sure you pass this exam. I mean, listen, if you want, I can show you, shame is today is your last day. Most places, they do the whole course in 1 week, and they have 80% pass rate. You took 8 weeks to do it. So we wanted to simmer in slowly so that you have better and full understanding. So you should be prepared, study the questions, practice and practice and practice, and then take the exam. All right? I hope I'm not muted. Am I? Hello?
No,
Is
you're not.
anybody here?
You're not. We can hear you.
No, you're
Okay.
not. You're not.
Does anybody have any questions for me real quick? We have to make it short because I need your class to continue. You have important work to do.
I had a question.
Then
John,
I'm going to say you don't. Okay, some guys having connection issue. Anybody has any question to ask me before I go? Everything I've said, you're gonna get in your email sometime today. All right. If you have no questions, then I'm gonna leave you with your instructor, Dr. Obidei, to continue your class. Thank you all and have a wonderful day.
Hello, sir.
Good luck, everyone.
Yeah, sir, a quick one, sir.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
you mentioned that the orientation is going to start September 26th. Okay.
No,
Okay, I
October.
thought you October. All right. I thought I had September. All
The
right,
cutoff
okay.
date on which you can, I mean, we're going to take, because we have to make arrangement for the people coming in. So we'll give you extra time to take the 2 exams, right? So once the class ends today, you need to bed down and make sure you finish this exam by that date. You can present to us, so we can make sure you're going into orientation. So we have to know the numbers we have to make arrangements for you. And we'll have a webinar for those who have opted in, just to get them familiar with each other and with us and what we do. All right?
All right, okay. All
Yes,
right.
sir.
Okay. Thank you all.
Hello, sir.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Peter, thank you very much for the information. I want to ask, you mentioned that you provide us with the documents that, that what you just told us, that you have a document so we can.
Actually, I'm reading from it. Yeah.
Okay, sir. All right. So how do we get it? Have you?
By
How
email,
do
or
we
we
get?
can post it.
We'll get it by
Maybe
email.
Okay.
if
All right,
you
sir.
actually, we could post it on your chat by the end of this class. Please, Korede, let's post it. Give it to Dr. Bide, let him post it so that you can just download it while the class is
All
on,
right.
if this is the last day. All right.
Okay, sir.
That will be fine, sir. Thank you, sir.
Who else? Okay,
Yeah,
thank you.
hello, sir.
Yes,
Hello.
you have to speak up quickly. I have to go.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to confirm that both certification exams are compulsory, like a requirement.
They are compulsory. If you're not taking both, you're wasting your time here. Okay, you have to. That was explained and explicit from the first day. We are not going to take you for taking the first associate. There's no employability for anybody with that. The exams are easy. They're more than easy. I mean, they're just ridiculously easy. It shouldn't be a problem for anybody, for real. Sometimes they say that you have nothing to fear but fear itself. The only hesitation I see is that people think it's nothing more than you've learned. You just have to sit down one weekend. I know people who took everything in 6 weeks, both exams and the last class. So this is not something that the first and the second before the class is over. So you really are just hampered by thinking that you have something big. You have the best thought, probably the best prepared for this. So just go take it, but don't go just unprepared. I mean, you're gonna fail it, anything. No matter how easy it is, that you have to go prepared. If you go prepared, you're gonna be fine. All right? Anybody else? I'll take it as the last question. So thank you all. I'm out. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you, sir. All right, Ms. Gills, thank you.
Okay, sir, I don't know if you got my message.
Yes,
He
you
has
said it
left,
was.
so he has left.
You said it was successful. No,
No,
it's
no,
talking to
I was
our
referring to Dr. Ebenezer.
Dr.
Oh,
Ebenezer.
okay. You are back to Nigeria. All right, then.
It was successful.
Okay, all right, let me do this. Oh, someone is raising his hand. Let me see the person. Spam is something. Oh, someone was raising his hand. I'm not sure he saw you. I'm not sure he noticed that. Barnabas Jojola, and John. Mr. Gabriel is no longer here. Let me check if Ms. Gills if Ms. Gills is still here. I don't know if she would want to attend to that question. But then, I suppose you are trying to find out any information you want to from Mr. Gabriel, so that we don't bother Ms. Gills. All right. John Ogidiolu, yeah, you can raise your question.
Sir, I wanted to ask that what day is the day that we can take the exam, like the limit that after this day you can no more take the exam. That's what I wanted to ask, but the network in my side was bad.
Was not friendly. Okay. Well, by implication, there was no particular date mentioned, except that you could deduce what date or what period should be the last date to take it. Since orientation starts October 24. I think it was mentioned September 26, but it's October 24.
Okay,
24th. Okay, so that means that 23rd, October 23rd, even October 24th by implication should be the last day in a way.
Okay, sir.
Hello,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Okay, yeah, Hamarachi. Are you
Yeah,
sure
I
I
thought
can answer your question? Okay, go ahead, don't worry. I
Yeah,
will
I
try.
thought I heard him saying that the last day for us to take the both exams is gonna be 26th of September.
Okay, that was what he
Yes,
meant by
Hello,
September 26th.
hello, sir.
26th. Yes,
Hello, sir.
for those who
September.
declared interest to work with Candida.
Oh, that means I got some things wrong then. All right then. So let's stick to
Oh,
that. All right. Thank you
hello.
for that correction. Okay, hello. Yeah,
Hello.
who is talking? Is it
It's Kings.
Kingsley? Okay, Kingsley. Yeah.
Now, what he actually said, he said on the 26th of September, they'll be shortlisting the names for orientation, going in for orientation. That was what he said.
Not that orientation will be starting that
No, he
day.
said on the 26th, they've concluded the names for those going in for orientation
By
in
that time.
October.
Please, I'm told that somebody has a question, but I have another engagement in about 2 minutes. So if you make it quick, don't try to greet me, just ask your question and I'll answer as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
About the dates, the cutoff date when we can take you in is September 26th. You must have passed your exam by September 26th. Orientation starts on October 24th, about a month later. You understand?
Okay, that's clear. All right.
You'll
Any
get
other
this
question,
in.
please?
I have one in 1 minute. I take it there's not, because once I leave, I need to join the other, the people's the Solidity group. They have the same thing. I have to be there in about 1 minute. Does anybody have a question? Because I was told after I left, somebody was asking a question. Okay, then that's
Right
it.
now,
I'm out.
it means there is no question then. Yeah. Thank you, sir.
I'm going to accept that. Yeah. Thank you.
All right, sir. All right, so back to class. Yeah, I think we're on question 31. Okay, yeah. Question 30. Okay. So yeah, Joseph, you were trying to say that you worked on this, did you?
Yes, sir, I did.
Okay, and the result was what?
Successful.
Okay, what do you have in the output panel? That's what we want to, like, what did the right line output? Or, sorry, am I getting, are you on this or on 31? I don't know. Okay, this. Okay, you're on 31.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right.
So the answer will be C.
The job is completed with a successful state. Okay, with a single true activity.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Joe.
Yes, sir. I said yes, sir.
It's not here. But I think I heard him say that job is completed with a successful.
I said yes.
Okay, with successful state. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if anyone tried to do something on this. We need to. Time is not in my favor.
Yes, I ran it on a illustrator, sir.
Yes, I've heard you. I've heard it. Yeah. No, I was talking about question 30. I wanted, I was doing it and my studio shut down. The project closed, and I don't know if I should repeat it. Then time will be maybe against us seriously. So someone can still try this out, and you have the flow, the workflow with you, right? But we can look at. No, we've had this option, but we need to confirm. You need to confirm practically what that we read in. Now, if you have your what we call now, if you have your invoked code argument and the direction as in, if you have it in the direction in, then we also need to see the result. Just alter between when you have this in and out. When you have it in, I suppose you should give this. When you have it out, you should give it separate results. Well, let's try it out. You need to please. Yeah, a developer wants to use the dispatcher and performer architecture. What describes the characteristics of a dispatcher and a performer process? We have the options from A to D. All right, I'm expecting responses. Which one should I take out? Is anyone still with me? Hello?
Can you hear you?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Oh, all right then.
I think it's A, sir.
Dispatcher is used to add queue items to an orchestrator queue. So an orchestrator queue performance should be created in the. This is saying this option B is saying dispatcher can only interact with one orchestrator queue performer. That's not true. Dispatcher is used to process transaction items. It's not used to process. That's wrong. Dispatcher is always created in the RPA framework. Performer can only interact with one orchestrator queue. What was this saying? It sounds like Indian English. Okay.
I think it's
yeah.
I'll go with B.
Dispatcher can only interact with one orchestrator queue performer. It's used.
No, performer, there should be a command there. Orchestrator queue.
Orchestrator queue. Why performer is used to process queue items one at a time. This one says dispatcher is used to add queue items to an orchestrator queue. Performance should be created in the performance should be created in the RE. Performance should be created in the RE. No, it's not created there. It can or whatever, but this should be created in the RE framework.
I think it's B.
All right, I need other views. I've only got one.
all the options are somehow, but the closest is still B. All the options are somehow.
Because of the construction.
And the construction is somehow, but B is still the closest.
So if you put a comma here, then performer is used to process queue items one at a time. Okay, I agree with you. I agree no less. Question 33. Okay, let me start from here. So the question starts from here. A developer met with a rental car company to review their business requirement, which takes reservations from a Microsoft Outlook email box. Okay, the company has indicated the following as indicated the following occurs in the application. So we can read through all that.
I think B.
Okay, you said B. All right. B is 8 to 4. Yeah, B is 1 to 4, I mean.
B or C.
B or C.
One, other is
B or C.
D. One and four.
One to four. B.
I think it's 3 to 4.
Is it that 3 to 4 or 1?
Dispatcher.
Wow, 1 to 4.
Not performer. Dispatcher.
It's both. I think, let me read. The developer needs to create a process using the dispatcher performer architecture for the company. Do you get? Okay, which steps will be included? Oh, sorry. Which steps will be included in the dispatcher process? Okay. Okay, so it's about dispatcher now. Let's focus on dispatcher.
Okay, I just say it's 3 and 4. 3 and 4.
It's 3 and 4.
Get a mail from the.
Just 3 and 4. Let's see if we are going to consider 1 and 2.
Because the 1 and 2 too is a process of getting the mail now. You have to log into the.
Yeah, that's why I'm
4.
considering 2.
I think it's 1 to 4 because you see the process. You have to use what's the name? A open browser activity, and you log in and you navigate to the request section, and also then you put in the get and the extract. Then you get all the you add it to the key items.
Sorry, can you still see my screen?
No.
No.
All right, I saw something. I wanted to stop in prompt and mistakenly it stops sharing. How is it now? Has it come up?
Not yet.
It's called up, not yet. Oh, yes, it's up.
All right. Okay. So you said that 1 and 2 is part of.
Sir, for us to add all those things, you cannot get to 3 and 4 without starting from 1 to 2. So the dispatcher is still part of it. So 1 to 4 is still part of it.
Wait, the first thing is that what is the function of dispatcher?
It's just to add.
It's just to add. So I even assuming 4 is there. 4 is the that is where we are going to need it. All these ones, 1, 2, 3, we can use another thing to do it, and maybe it can be another 5. Then the 4 gogo is the work of the dispatcher.
Log into the rental. Dispatcher will not log in. Or can you help me out? It will not log in.
No, it won't log in. It won't do this.
Okay,
It's
so
only
that
that
takes
force.
It's just that for 3 and 4.
All right, there. Okay. Question 34. You are invoking a workflow file called secondary workflow.xaml from primary workflow.xaml. The following shows the import arguments panel of the invoke workflow file activity. Okay, so in addition, the following reflect the argument panel in secondary workflow.xaml. All right. So use a log message activity in this to print the value of the argument in welcome message.
Hello, sir. There will be problem. There's both of them are in. The direction for both of them, they are in. One's supposed to be in and one's supposed to be out. Hello, sir.
Okay. Yes. I'm waiting for others to object or to support.
One is the primary and one is secondary or secondary workflow. And from the secondary workflow, we have in. Okay, it's correct for in the secondary, but the second one for out too. Okay, it's also for.
I think the answer should be I reside at the secondary file.
Okay. You are saying that it should be this. That should be the output.
Yes, sir.
I reside at the secondary file.
Okay, There's an option for exception.
The argument.
I think it's D. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Argument section because there's in and out. It's only in. There's supposed to be out. Both of them is now in. It's wrong. That's what I was saying.
All right. All right, where in the RE framework template project is the set transaction status .xaml invoked?
See.
In the final section of the try catch activity in the process transaction state. Objections, please. You can easily take this out. If you don't, end process, no. End process, no. So, all right, so what does it say? In the try section of the try catch activity, in the process transaction state, in the finally section of the try catch activity in the process state. Okay.
So it will be in the finally because with try catch now, anything in the finally will it will display it or just run that. So the finally, if the set transaction status is there, then if it fails, definitely it will be able to detect that it failed and send that message that it failed. But if it is in the catch, if it's in the try section, it will not be able to display anything there. To just catch the exception, and that's it. No result.
Yeah, this is it. Okay. Did you see that?
Yes, sir.
All right. Settled. I'm sure your answer may be A. Let's check.
The trisection. The trisection of the try-catch.
How did they?
In the finally section of the try-catch activity in the process transaction state. Question 36. Question 36. A developer used the Harry framework to implement an automation of a website. For security reasons, the credentials for the login are stored in the orchestrator. Which steps should the developer perform to use these credentials in the project? To use the credentials in the project. So we have all these before us. Just take some things. Just take, like me are looking at it, just take, you can quickly take 2 out of it, and then you have to see if you are having benefit of doubt. What the developer wants to perform is to use get credentials that has been stored.
I'll go for C, sir.
Objections, please. Support, please. So we don't even need to relate with A and B in the first place. They are out of it. Because it borders on reading assets sheets. So this is a constant sheet. This is settings sheet. So we take that out. So this is the two. They are for assets sheets. So what do you do? How do you use the credentials stored in orchestrator? Okay, that's you use the get credential activity to get the credential that has been stored in orchestrator. Yeah.
It's C, sir.
C should be the correct answer.
The friends of Mr. Babalola picked A.
They are getting more problem from me. No problem. I'll get them.
And you can check them out through their links. And go and
exam for success.
They will hear from my lawyer. Don't worry.
Exam for failure.
And then go and check their mission statement. Maybe their mission statement, they are complying with that to mislead people to wrong option. That could be their mission statement. Question 37. Okay, we have this interesting. So what? Let me see. Okay. All right. Employee ID 1, 2, 3, 4. Deadline, priority, and the rest. So what's the question? Please read it. Someone should just read it.
Based on the exhibit that was. Hello?
Yes, you can go ahead, please. I suppose the answer should be what I'm about to show. So I want us to look at it objectively first before I.
Yeah. So employee ID 2.
Send the deadline.
Employee ID
2 1 D 1 2.
Okay, okay, this one
D2
for
1.
okay, D2.
D2 1 1.
D2 1.
D1 2.
D2.
No.
That is employee ID 2 first. Comes first. Then followed by
Employee
Three.
ID 1.
Followed by 3, sir. D3.
So we look at deadline. It's followed by 1.
We have D2.
yes, followed by
And
D1 because of deadline now.
D1 followed by
Because of
D1.
deadline.
D2,
Followed by
D1, D3,
D1
then
D3.
D5,
Then D5
D5,
D1's
D4.
priority is set on normal. Oh.
The deadline.
And now look at
deadline.
this.
We will look at deadline first.
Sorry, what? I don't know. I'm just writing what you are saying.
You look at
Okay.
hold on. You look at the priority first.
D5 D4.
Then you now look at the deadline. Which one comes first?
Okay, let's just write our this thing out first, then we'll consider the 2.
Then
or
followed
3 or
by
whatever.
5.
Followed by D5. Then lastly D4.
D5 D4.
Sorry, what? So what should I start with? I should start with D2.
Set
Yes,
D5 and D4.
Then I
So
should go to the next.
D2. After D3, D5,
D5.
D4.
Okay, D2, D3.
No, yeah. Sir. No.
After D2, D1.
Okay,
Then
D2.
D3
D1,
D5
D3, D5,
then D4.
D4.
D4. Objections, please. D4.
Yes, sir. My objection is I have D2,
Okay.
then D3, then
Right.
D5,
Okay.
then D1.
Looking at the deadline call.
Okay.
Then
that is
Then D4.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Any other one different from this? So we only have 2 major parties right now. Okay. So D2, D1, D. Okay. D2 is, we acknowledge that it's high. Of course, the first thing to do is priority. Let's look at the high priority. So this one has high priority. Okay. The ones that have high priority is this and this, but this one has the earliest deadline. So we go for D2. Fine. And then the next within the high priority item is this. So we go for D3. Is that taken?
Without the deadline?
Without the deadline?
It doesn't have deadline. Where is it? This D3 doesn't. This D3 has deadline now.
Yes, but you can see that the deadline of D1 came first.
The deadline of
the deadline. Where is
yes,
deadline?
but
but it's normal. But it's in normal.
So because of the priority, we work on the D3 first.
Yes.
Oh, sure.
I'm confused.
Now, okay. Now, without the deadline and priority, it takes it in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great. Now, without this deadline, if it is about priority, it takes the high first.
take I.
Without, let's assume that so that I, then normal. And of course, based on also, it's still going to be, let's say without this deadline now, it's going to be I, that is this one, D2, D3, and D5. Are we? Do you agree with that? Before then it goes back to D1 and D4. Okay. But with deadline now it's not going to look at the ones with high priorities. High priority, and now against the deadline, their deadline. So now within the deadline, it was going to consider this, and then now look at, okay, I have this high, this within the high priority, I have this as the earliest deadline, so takes the two, fine, and then it also looks at which one is still within the high priority that has deadline, then it takes D3. Of course, now we now have this one does not have it doesn't have
it won't take that one.
So this one, no, this one should not be considered now.
So if you take normal,
so it goes to another high priority.
Normal.
Looks at normal. This is 1, this is 2. So D1. Am I writing it out? Let's check. I think I've talked about D2, D3, and now D1.
D1.
Then D5. The next
D5.
It can be D1.
Okay.
D1 is on normal.
And now this one has no deadline.
If you consider
the one with deadline.
It doesn't have deadline. Okay, so now we now go to normal. This is another normal, but it now goes to D5. It goes to normal.
Then
D4. D4. Okay. So we have this. So of course we cannot use that. Unfortunately, the rule, the policy guiding transaction processing is what we should allow to guide us now. So let's check. Let me check this out. Okay, so let's check your item. We have process order this way. What's in their answer? Okay, I think answer is still down, but we cannot even use that based on our interactions. Sorry, it's not. This is, we don't need to wait for this. Don't let us wait for it at all. So they have theirs is this. Am I correct? 2, 3, 5, 1, 4. So it's they are considering that it's considering that the one without deadline, though high. So what about the deadline? The one without deadline. The one without deadline should not take priority over the ones with deadline. It doesn't have deadline at all. Okay, so inconclusive results from all parties as well. So because I know that some other persons will not still flow with that. So, and it's already past 10. uh, I would want to I would want to say a big thank you to all. So we can check through all these all the other items, but then checking these things, check them with caution. And as I beseech you also that if you have materials, please share with others. Wisdom, God's favor, John Ogidolu, Dami, please. I don't know why I called your names. I just called your names at random, so there's no any bad belly in calling your names. Kingsley, all right. So I'm just simply, maybe I'm suspecting that those of you that don't always show up in class, maybe you have something you are consuming. All right, then. A traditional way of suspecting people. Okay, so uh, just please make materials available for others, recent materials, and then look at these things together. All right, how do I end this class now? All right, making an arrangement. I came across something maybe this early this week or so, and so by that it's going to inform what I would do. So it may require us having maybe one more class, but the full details I will get to you. But I think it is very important. It is very important we have that session. So this is we are officially closing it down at this point. Johnny started June 4, so that class is just going to be it's just going to be another class of a kind. So I want to thank you all for your patience, for your resilience. Those that actually participate real time, there is tendency for one to think that, oh, they are doing great and that some others are not. Of course, we understand that we live in different environments and we have different working conditions. So we also give kudos to, personally, I also give kudos to those that are not joining real time, always in class, though we missed them, we missed their contributions. Maybe their contributions could have helped in some ways. So all the same, thank you. Thank you for your resilience. Thank you for bearing with me. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the cheering. Thank you for putting me through. Thank you for putting the class through. Thank you. You are all appreciated. I pray that you all will have success and a very deep one, not just in RPA exams, but even in other lives endeavors. Because it's not only RPA exams you are doing. There are other exams you are doing. Some are hidden, some are not. Some are obvious, some are not. All manners of exams, spiritual, physical exams, and all of that. So, but my prayer is that in all of life's encounter, you will overcome, you will have good success. Amen. That's my prayer for all of you in Jesus' name. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So, when next we meet, it will be good news. Whenever we need to make adjustments for those that have taken exams, just do it. Thank you for your spirit, the resilient spirit. I really appreciate when I see resilience in people, because maybe I don't. Well, some persons, they may say, "Oh, yes, I am tough. I can be tough." Well, I don't think I am tough, but whichever way, I think people that are external to you, they have tendencies to lead you more than yourself. So when I see people that are tough, that are resilient, I appreciate them. So thank you so much. If there is any other thing I forget to thank you for, I will send it to the Telegram. Thank you. All right.
So
enjoy your
you
evening.
have thanked our thank you finish.
and for some of you, that are still being affected by village people. All All right.
I cover myself with the blood of Jesus.
All right. All right. So you need to do all the needful. I would recommend that you actually paid unnecessary sacrifices. I tell you, there are some sacrifices you need to do. Sometimes you just need a crate of kunu and maybe 6 bottles of zobo to present to some gods. Just bring it to my house. Your prayers, everything will be answered. Those are gods. Kunu and zobo will do the job for you. A crate of kunu, 6 bottles of
What
zobo.
about smoothie?
Smoothie. The gods don't take that, please. All right. Gods, they don't want to have diabetics, so they don't take sugar. All right. So thank you so much. Roy Samuel, thanks for the efforts. I saw Rachel somewhere. So I think sometimes maybe she's out now. Yes. Kingsley, thank you for joining this evening. Show Ojo Akomolafe. All right. Your boy will miss you. Yeah, your questions and your style is appreciated. Yeah. Ephraim Samuel, all right. Thank you. All right. And so many others. Yeah, Joe, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, is John always still here? Not sure. Okay, maybe it's our network issues. All right. Dami, Babalola, the Bab man. All right, the Bab man. Yeah, what Kende is not here for some reasons also. And then Sylvester Adedigba, the man with he has a basic voice. All right, so thank you too. All right, and Ademola Lawa, yeah, the man is that is always I don't know what always comes from his side. There is this hooting that comes from his side. I don't know if it is his car, uh, if it is his car horn or something. Thank you for that for branding yourself that way. Okay, and I don't need to pour. Akwata Fita. All right. Okay. Thank you. I'm sorry. I may not be able to do this to everyone. Got to or just accept me the way I am. Thank you. I appreciate you all. So see you.
Thank
Thank you,
As
Mr.
yeah,
God bless
I
you.
will hear good things from you by God's grace. All right.
Yeah.
Amen.
you said there's a bonus. When will that be?
What do you say?
Like you mentioned the bonus class, let me call it that. So
Yeah,
when will that
yeah.
be, sir?
Let's look at Monday. I will let you know. I'll let you
Okay,
know.
sir.
If you don't hear from me, please just remind me, please. Yo,
Okay, sir.
I
All right,
trust
good
you
night,
so
Yes,
sir.
sir.
much. All right,
Sorry,
good
what
night.
about the document Mr. Gabriel talked
Thank
about?
you.
Document that.
Mr. Gabriel talked about.
Mr.
Okay.
He said
Don't
you're
worry.
posted on our platform
If
now.
she would, he would. Sorry, he will get to me. That's if he decides to route it through me or route to the platform directly. So just if you don't get anything by tomorrow, let me know. I also will, of course, be on the lookout. Yeah, yeah. Matthew Wauche is not here. A big thanks to him too, and many others. Leonard, many others. All right. So thank you. Enjoy your evening. Greetings to your children. Tell them you are done with class, but they should allow you do your training.
Okay, sir.
All right. All right.
Sir, I'm going to miss you personally.
I will miss you seriously, sir. Thank
Seriously.
you. Yeah, thank you for allowing me to call you names. That is good for. I don't know you personally. Many of you I don't. Well, God may arrange it that we meet physically, and it may not, and we may not, whichever way. But this is this
Team
is this.
bonding.
Yeah, yes, yeah. Well, I appreciate you all. I call you names because it is instructionally deserving to do that. I just say Babalola, Oshubu, Joe. I don't know. Of course, I don't know you. Maybe you may even be a grandfather, but when you are in class, you have to just go. All right. All right, you just we go by that. I take a PGD class in University of Ibadan, and you see a lot of persons there. The wife of your vice chancellor may be in that class. Top persons may be in PGD class. Engineers, all manners of persons are there. People that they have schools they are running, and because they will just want to get government approval and they need to be certificated. So they come to class. So what do? Do you have to start? You have to just call them, hey, you Tinuke, it's one of those privileges you have received, as a teacher, and it's very necessary to create a common platform. It's very necessary. All right, very very necessary. All right, so thank you all the same. All right, thank you. All right.
Sir, somebody has
Miss you.
sir,
Good night.
Thank you.
sir,
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Okay,
somebody
I'm with
has
you.
somebody has synchronous participants you asked to reach out to you.
Yes, I got those numbers and I'm compiling them. Some names were still coming as the meeting was even going on. As I speak to you, some names were still coming in, and I
So it's like
keep.
people that don't attend classes at all, or that don't attend frequently, or like what?
Yes. No. Now, while we were actually meeting at some levels, so we had deliberations that necessitated us to know who are those that are in class, and I told the group that actually we have some persons that are attending from the back end. I don't know their number. I don't know them. So the management, they wanted to know, or them say they want to know the number. Do you get? They want to know those so that we will not be playing on hypotheses. Want to have facts.
Okay,
so to know the exact people that are doing that, since there is no way we can capture that. Do you get? So that is the need for that. And some of you that sent your name, that you are asynchronous participants, I already have your names. Somehow. Wisdom Stevens, Akpata, and some persons, Louis Samuel. Okay, I already have some of your names, but it's still good. You sent the way you sent those, so that the names that I did not capture, I can include them. All right, so that's just the main purpose. Those that attend class frequently, that, and I remember, I know them, and from the attendance that Teams is giving me. I mean,
Sorry,
Teams
sir, Hello, sir.
Yep.
I sent my name for Mr. Just.
Yes, I saw it. Yes, don't worry. Your name is already included. Even the yeah. Yes, that's where you actually put it. And the online, they have a place where I've also logged their name. All right. So everybody is important. Yeah. All right. So for someone that for Shewojo that asked that, am I from where am I from? Am I not a Yoruba person? I'm a Yoruba person. I'm from Southwest, and I'm from where now? I'm from Oyo State. All right. Okay. So I'm precise. Yeah, I'm precisely. I am from Ibadan. All right. But presently, I. Well, presently, I reside in Lagos with my family. All right. So that's.
Island or
Yeah.
mainland?
Someone wanted to say something. You say?
Yeah, Sammy.
Is it island or mainland?
Okay. Okay. Yeah, mainland. Yeah, fine. Bagada precisely. So, yeah.
I want to ask.
As I speak to you, I'm transmitting from Bagada.
Hello.
Yeah, you say what? Yeah, hello, Dami.
Yes, sir. I was going to ask you, have you by any means tutored corp members in Osun State?